Johnny the fuck Minerals, who I don't even view as a real human being.
It's guys like Minerals.
Let's have it right.
He's not on my radar. I don't care about him.
You got the Minerals to...
One of them brown envelope mobs.
No minerals.
Minerals. My big up Johnny. Let's have it right.
Do you know what I mean?
Johnny Minerals.
The realness of this guy.
Minerals. Let's have it right.
Minerals FC.
Need proper winning Minerals, mate.
Let's have it right. I'm just a brown envelope, or I'm
Absolutely screwed. Let's have it right.
Brown envelopes.
You brown envelopes from the club.
You got the Minerals to fight for his place.
You are in the woods wronging. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you taking the time out to say that. Cheers. This one's for you. Greetings from Centre Parks, by the way. That's the background. I hope you're all well. This is just ridiculous, though, isn't it?
The Minerals.
Minerals FC.
Do you know what I mean?
Johnny Minerals.
Johnny the fuck Minerals.
The Minerals.
In them, we know that they have the minerals with not.
There's minerals that you need.
It's guys like Minerals and
You got the Minerals to...
Let's have it right. Minerals. Johnny Minerals.
like Minerals is one of the very vociferous Chelsea fans.
Minerals FC mudded me. I couldn't give a shit about that guy.
Let's have it right.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.
Can everybody just stop getting shot? Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Up everyone is doing well, winning life. First and foremost, I want you all to smash to piece that like button. If you haven't smashed it, smash it right now. You ain't hit the subscribe button, make sure you do so. We've got the notification, little ding dong, let's have it right, so you know when we go live. And we got the Minerals FC Ultras membership pinned at the top live chat and down below in the description. So salute to all of you Minerals FC Ultras, the real ones, the generals, the ones that, well, we see things they'll never see. Let's have it right. Yeah. Salute to our Chelsea old boys, as always. No surrender mentality on this platform, bruv. Yeah. We don't take nonsense, bruv. And we call it out. That's exactly what we do. We get scrutinized for it. We get agenda fed in us, but we always call it out. We always say as it is. We always speak the truth. We just call it out for what we see and what we know. It's not agenda. Why can't it just be facts, bruv? Yeah? Straight facts. Yeah, of course it is. So, big up to everyone, bruv. We ain't done a live stream in a little while, but we need to do it. We need to do one today because someone has come out, someone in particular has come out, spoken like a true Minerals FC Ultra, someone who is a legend, someone who is respected, bruv. Someone who's one greatest ever centre back for Chelsea. Let's have it right. JT, the governor, has to land the Minerals. And we're going to react to that. We are going to react to that. But before we do that, yesterday's result was an utter disgrace. As I've said in my video. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you go and tune in and smash a like. The reality is, yesterday was unacceptable. Yeah. Now, I want to know, right? I want to know why no one in this club doesn't understand the rivalry between Chelsea and Leeds. I want to know why these players weren't fired up like they were for Barcelona or Brokelona, the worst Barcelona team that we've played that I've known in my existence, bruv. And also Arsenal. Why did we not put in a performance against Leeds? And I don't want to hear the excuse of we ain't got Cole Palmer because we haven't had Cole Palmer for the majority of the start of the season. I don't want to hear because we ain't got Casado because we've got, well, the coach singing Traffic Cone and we've got our Brazilian Santos that everyone rates so highly. I don't want to hear it's about Colwell because he's out for the whole season. So what's the excuses? Why are we not fired up for that? Why are we not at their throats from the get-go to get 3 points. What is this? Is this magic roundabout settings? Is it kindergarten settings? What is it? Because to be honest with you, yeah, that's as good as playing Spursy, bruv. And they get up for the Spursy, but you don't get up for Leeds because they don't know what it means. None of these players knew what it meant, yeah? Not even the manager knows what it means, or his backroom staff, or this ownership. The entire layer cake at Chelsea doesn't understand what this fixture is, irrespective of the fact that Leeds are in a relegation battle, newly promoted, that they lost 3 games before playing us. Irrespective that the manager, who farked Maresca and Chelsea yesterday, every time he's got a team promoted, he gets relegated. Look at his track record. I mean, Maresca can't even beat Lego Head, bruv, because he's undefeated at Bridge. He's undefeated. So if your players don't know what it means to play Leeds, your manager doesn't know, the backroom staff, the hierarchy, well, then you got no chance. Only the supporters know, well, apart from these Gen Zs that have infiltrated the fan base that Meatloaf Tout Bowley is marketing for. Yeah? Without a front the shirt sponsor, obviously. But don't worry, all of you 10% discount merchants, you're pushing out their merchandise. Of course you are. You're feeding the pockets of BlueCo, all for the wrong reasons. We know that. So we have to ask yourself, if you know Casado is not going to play, if you know Cole Palmer is in contention, but he's not quite ready to be thrown in, if you know that Esteval Willian is 18 years old and to throw him into the dirty Leeds fixture without educating him what it means to play for Leeds, even he got rattled, almost got sent off, bruv. Probably was going to get sent off because all these kids haven't got any experience. They can't control their feels. They're catching feelings like Drake, bruv. You know what I'm saying? They're probably painting their nails, yeah? And it won't be blue, or maybe it is blue for Bonnie BlueCo. I don't know. But you've thrown him in. What does Dilap know? What does João Pedro know? What does Enzo, Rongan, Traffic Cone, Fernandez know? What does Santos know? The only player that kind of knows is Trev, but he's never a first teamer under Tuchel. He was a squad player, but he kind of knows. Every player on that pitch, bar Trev, with a pinch of salt, has no clue what it means to play against Leeds. So the manager can't fire them up, can he? Can't educate them. Remember they brought in that Eastwood fella to instill cultural lessons at Chelsea. Everyone remembers his name, didn't you? I remember Eastwood because I called him Clint Eastwood. Fraudulent Clint Eastwood they brought in to instill the culture at Chelsea. Yeah? Like they can't walk down the hallway and see the heritage at Chelsea or the trophy cabinet or all the players that come to the bridge, all the legends that come back to the bridge, like Eden Hazard, who got blanked by Meatloaf Tout Bowley. Remember that? Or Rude Hullet, who Bowley didn't even know who he was, bruv. Didn't even know he was a footballer. Didn't even know he was a Ballon d'Or winner. Didn't even know he managed and played for Chelsea, player manager. Didn't even know he started this sexy football at Chelsea. Has no clue, doesn't care, they're not interested. It's all about pound notes, yeah? Like this fan base at this moment in time, who've got a responsibility to push out true narrative. It's all about the pound note. No, no one knows except one player that does know, and that's Reece James. You see, in my eyes, right, in my eyes, if you know Casado's not available, Cole Palmer's not fit, you got no Colwill, that Enzo Maresca cried about that I haven't got a centre-back and I need a centre-back, and the ownership mudded him, and we're pissed off, if you'll remember. We're very disappointed in Enzo Maresca, the little yes man, with his inverted nonsense, that he cut out publicly or a centre-back. He asked for a goalkeeper. He asked for Osimhen because he was on the burner to Osimhen. The blower, the burner, whatever you want to call it. Probably he's a burner. He doesn't want to let anyone know that he's on the phone to Osimhen. Well, that tells you he wants to build a spine at Chelsea to compete at the highest level. That's why he doesn't say we're in a title charge, like you idiots that are saying Chelsea in a title charge, which we'll get to later on. So we have to ask ourselves, why is Reece James being benched for this game? I thought a captain's undroppable, especially for fixtures like this. Well, we've clearly seen in a track record in the past that Enzo Maresca drops in for London derbies, drops in for big games, but plays him in the Conference League. We saw that last season. But we're not playing Conference League this year. We're playing Champions League. We're now coming into December. We've got 3 games a week. And this guy wants to think he's a Ranieri playing Tinkerman, bruv. Yeah? So I'm pretty disappointed that Reece James not playing. Who knows what it means to play against Leeds? Who is a Chelsea captain? He's not on the pitch. He didn't come on the pitch. Tells you you're not taking this fixture too seriously. And all I hear, right? All I've seen from every single thumbnail of every video, of every stream, of every clip on X is get out of my club. Tosin, get out of my club. How's he playing for us? Hold on a minute. We've got a tweet from the librarian saying what a fantastic buy Tosin is. We've got everyone calling him Uncle Tosin, that he's our experience, yeah? Why is Tosin playing with Chalobah? It doesn't work. It doesn't work, no? You want to feed an agenda on Chalobah as well, yeah, if it wasn't for him against Arsenal, we definitely would have lost that game, to have it right. And we wouldn't have had 5 clean sheets without Trev as well, yeah? But Fofana, why is he not? Why are we rotating? Why are we not playing our best players in every single game to increase our chances of winning and getting 3 points if we're so-called want to be on the title challenge, yeah? That we're going for the title, even though the ownership said we're not in for the title. You know, the white flag's up like Dido, bruv, yeah? Thank me later. That's what they're all doing. They said top 4's the target. What kind of mentality is that? That's dead mentality. That mentality should be put in the bin, bruv. Right? Why are we not playing our best players like every single other rival club that we're so-called competing with? Arsenal didn't rest players unless it's injury. They've got no choice. Man City don't. Liverpool don't. Villa don't. And they're playing 3 games a week. What's the excuse for Chelsea and Enzo Maresca? Right? So everyone is blaming rotation and too much rotation. And now everyone wants to scapegoat Tosin, Uncle Tosin. The same Uncle Tosin that is, we're told, is the experience, who came on a free from Fulham. And that's the experience we're looking for to go on a title charge, to compete at the highest level. Tosin, yeah? Bambi on ice. It's clear as day this guy shouldn't be playing for Chelsea, isn't it? But you didn't say nothing before. So now it suits your narrative and suits you to not speak about why we are where we are, but to force and scapegoat players, painting them up as clowns. How about Clown Lake? How about Kerry Winstanley, Stuart Little? How about now, all these saying, even Nunes Talks BlueCo has been on my platform saying we should be in a title charge this year, last season, on my platform. Benson and Edges, all of these guys, I've seen him on their YouTubes saying we should be in a title race. Now they're putting the white flag up, Dido settings, yeah? Here with me now, thank you, yeah? Except this ain't Eminem Stan, thank you, bruv. This is the wishy-washy pony version, yeah? We're all singing notes for BlueCo for a pound note and a benefit. It's like you're on the dole or something, yeah? It's like you're all stitched up, bruv. And you're stitching up all your viewers with your trust the cum shot at shootouts, bruv, yeah? Everyone, I've seen you all, the librarian, everyone. So now it's like, no, we have to write off that. We're not in a title charge now. Apparently, we're not in a title charge. So we've gone from beating Barcelona, drawing with Arsenal because we had 10 men, a B team, depleted, spineless Arsenal that we played against. we're in a title charge, and now we're not in a title charge because we lost to dirty Leeds 3-1 with a shambolic performance, mistakes, immaturity, inexperience, uneducated, little overpaid brats that are at our football club that have been hired and assembled by Kerry Winstanley, Stuart Little, and Siri Merchant, his Data FC and Epstein FC merchantry, bro. Yeah, that's the facts. Right? So you can scapegoat all you want, Tosin, because he ain't Chelsea level anyway, so I don't know what you're moaning about. You can scapegoat all the players and certain players. You can scapegoat Enzo Maresca for rotation. It's his job to rotate the 42 players we got in our squad, to advertise them, to get their stocks up and increase their value, because we are a stock market of football players, young'uns, on low wages so we can offset them for profit. All right? End of. You can talk about rotating because Arsenal can rotate, City can rotate, and they can still get results. It just tells you that our squad depth is shit. It tells you that our first 11 ain't even complete when you got Robert Sanchez assisting the goal, bruv. Yeah? For the third one from Bambi on Ice. Yeah? Disney FC settings. We are not defensively solid enough to go on a title charge. Even if you bring me Colwell, you ain't winning the league, bruv. Colwell ain't saving you, bruv. Levi Jeans ain't saving you, bruv. Yeah? Delap up front ain't saving you and scoring you 30 goals a season. He ain't a baby Costa. So you're short there, you're short at the back, you're short between the sticks. And on my days, if we lose Casado, it all goes tits up, does it? So we're relying on one player to hold everything together when we spent 2 billion on this squad. 2 billion on this squad, and we can't manage without a couple players. Well, it tells you we ain't got a spine, doesn't it? It tells you that we don't have the players that you so-called told us were all high potential, unbelievable. We are cooking. What are we cooking? Someone tell me what we're cooking. Because like I always say, we were used to, under Roman, being served backs, bruv. Can Ballack, Essien and Lampard work? Can Ballack and Lampard play together? That was the discussion, yeah? Now we're getting served up rotten scallops. That's what's been cooking under BlueCo at Chelsea into 4 years. So now we're getting salmonella. Let's have it right. Now we're going, oh, Enzo Fernandez is a 10. No, he's a number 8. He's a run into the box late. No, he's a number 10. He's meant to be our Fabregas. He can play number 6. He can't do any of those things at any elite level, bruv. Yeah, he's just a traffic cone that cost 105 million. And without Casado, he's a lost little fucking kitten, like kittens on the left wing, who apparently, according to Goldfish, Reece James and Kittens have got the most assists. Fantastic. We're brown-nosing GA when we should be brown-nosing and looking at and applauding points on the board, where we're 9 points behind Arsenal now. That's what I look at. The league table don't lie. They're the stats that you look at, not fucking XG. None of that nonsense, not assists and goals if they don't amount to the 3-pointers. Let's have it right. That should be the mentality. It's not good enough. Yeah? So this narrative of coming at Tosin, get it in the bin. You know what you're doing. Yeah? And you think you're clever. But it's very, 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 very silly, isn't it? You're all being silly sausages, yeah? Tiny little sausages, bruv. You know, the little ones you get in a little canapé, bruv. And you go, is that even real pork? What is it? Yeah? Like McDonald's. You just don't know what you're eating these days. But you love your PR Happy Meals and you'll serve them up, bruv. And tell them and tell everyone that we are on a real trajectory, that we can see progress. What fucking progress are we seeing right now? Because we're 4 points off the same amount of games as we were last season. And everyone was saying, we're on a title charge last season. Do you remember? The manager says, no. I'm only here to coach. I'm not here to sign players and recommend players. No. We're not in a title race. So already dead mentality. Already, what are we here for? What's the ambition? There is none. We're 5 points off 14th position. So we're closer to 14th position than we are to top of the table, which is what we should be looking up, not down. Yeah. In terms of BlueCo, it's always down since we've been robbed of our Don Roman. We've gone down. And this clown ownership with their PR and their Pawnsteins and Fabrizios, the Toothpick Jacobs, who's cousin in relation to Jonathan Goldstein, who sits on the board at Chelsea, the Goldfish related to you know who, let's have it right, the Steins out there, all right, getting the Talk Sport gigs and this and telling everyone we're on a title charge. All of the YouTube platforms, all of the blue ticks, all the engagement groups have all been serving up that we are in need of a rebuild and to be sustainable, because under Don Roman we weren't. Well done, wrong-uns. Well done. Elite PR. How to get pocketed. Very easy. Very easy. Unless you're not a sellout. Some people just can't be bought. You know. The reality is, you can stick all your bullshit narratives of Tosin. Yeah. You can stick, and I don't agree with the abuse, by the way. I think it's disgusting. I thought we're meant to back all our players, no? Now you all want to come out and give it big un. Everyone wants to scapegoat the player. When the game was done anyway, what did we create and what did we do in this game? We were set up for failure. The game was done and dusted. Bar Cole Palmer's glimmer of hope of equalising, what did we do? Leeds were always on the up against us. The crowd is buzzing. Do you know how toxic it is there, bruv? Do you know what vile, dirty supporters they are? And you fucking embarrassed us. All of you. You embarrassed us. We got Arsenal lot laughing and celebrating. You idiots. You're mugging us off, you Chelsea supporters. You're mugging us off. If you believe in this, then what did you believe under Don Roman? Because it's chalk and cheese as far as I'm concerned. Yeah? I'll tell you why they say Tosin, get out. I'll tell you why they blame it on a bit of rotation. I'll tell you why they blame it on, oh, Gusto didn't play. Why didn't you play Gusto? Why did you play Trev Chalobah right back? He was playing a back three. Badadildo shite. He shouldn't even be in the squad. Shouldn't even be at Chelsea like disaster. He's in the bomb squad. Look at the signings. It's the squad assemblement. It's the recruitment structure. It's lack of experience is why we are where we are. Fucking hell, how many times we've got to say it? How many times? So now I want to play this. Oh, I'm going to play it anyway. I'm going to play this now. Yeah. I'm going to play this now. And everyone, I want you to smash the like button. Everyone who's live and locked in, let's have it right. I want you all to smash that like button. The likes are probably very, very low, and we need to get them up. No one spits it like I do on the Minerals FC. They're too scared to lose and get cancelled, bruv. What we doing here? Now let's play it. This is so vital to listen to. I can't stress it, bruv. I really can't. Let's go.
What a poor performance that was. I've just got back from the 21s game where we lost the PSG 3-1. But managed to catch 30 minutes of the first team game and just seeing the highlights of the goals in the first half. Everything I said about Leeds away is they're going to be aggressive. The fans are going to be up for it. It's a hostile place to go. You either need to go and match them or you take this thing out of it completely. And by the looks of it, we certainly didn't do that in the first half. We showed glimpses second half early on when Neto comes on, gets us back into it at 2-1. But we can't perform like that. We can't follow two unbelievable performances, one against Barca and Arsenal, with that performance tonight, because it's certainly not going to make you tired. title contenders at the.
Thank you very much. And also, Maresca comes out and he says, performance like Barcelona and Arsenal are not always possible. You expect better. We have some players that is not possible to play every 2-3 days. Reece, Wes, these kinds of players, but we can't use them every game. You can use them every game. They should be playing. And if they're not fit to play, then why are we fucking keeping them? If the availability is the best ability. So if you are not able to perform for Chelsea at the highest level on a consistent basis, then what are we doing here, bruv?
And unfortunately, that's what's going to cost us at the end of it. We're inexperienced.
Sorry, what did JT just say there? We're inexperienced. We're inexperienced. I'm told by everyone in the fan base that we're all right. Experience is overrated. Signing established players is overrated. It's not necessary. Look at Liverpool, apparently. Yeah? What's that all about? JT is telling you all we're inexperienced. Are you not going to listen to John Terry, no? You're going to ignore John Terry, yeah? No one's reacting to that.
And if you can't go Leeds away and know what to expect, like you need to go there and show the fight, match Leeds in every single way, then earn the right to play. And after 15, 20 minutes, then you play your football once you've earned that right.
That's a football man right there. That's an experienced man right there. Weather the storm, get the crowd quiet, yeah? Then play your game. We didn't do that. We couldn't even do it in 10 minutes, bruv. They're all over us like shit on a blanket, the dirty Leeds, yeah? Inexperience. Unknowledgeable. Why didn't JT, how are you not using JT to explain to all these young'uns what it means to play for Leeds, bruv? Because he's played plenty of games against Leeds.
And we clearly didn't do that tonight. So, unfortunately, that's going to cost us, I think, throughout the season. We play Bournemouth away. We've got some tough away fixtures coming up, which are only getting tougher. So we need to find a way to make sure we deal with that as well. But going to Leeds away, even when I played, you go to places like that, you know, like a fight is on your hands right from the word go.
And form goes out the window. What's conditioning goes out the window. These games, it's like you can't predict these games. You have to not take them lightly. And this manager, this fraud manager, this inexperienced yes man from Championship, who's won 2 Tin Pot trophies, bruv. I can't, you know what I mean? What we doing here, bruv? We're walking around like Lily Phillips, looking like a glazed donut these days and smiling about it as well. And JT's telling you we ain't in a title charge, bruv. In simple terms, we're too inexperienced. He knows because he's won multiple leagues, bruv. He knows because he holds the record of conceding 15 goals all season. He knows what it takes.
You need to make sure everyone's up for it. Goal from a set piece, individual mistakes defensively, clearly not good enough. So maybe that's...
Yeah, you're not good enough. JT, honestly, the first time, bruv, I've been calling for JT to land it, mate. Yeah, he did a little sprinkler, a little starter on TalkSport about, well, the ownership don't want to go a certain way. They need experience. Now he's landing it. Now he's like, I've had enough, bruv, because he knows he hates Leeds. Let's have it right. He knows this is unacceptable. Like, this is a disgrace. Yeah, this result is a joke. But JT, legend, is landing the minerals right now. Yeah, I'm so happy he's done this.
An opportunity for the manager to look at the squad and go, okay, rotation's not for me moving forward. I know.
He's even calling for Maresca, bruv, to stop rotating. You know what I'm saying? Bruv, JT knows the deal. That's all you got to know. So why is it any different when I say this? Why is it any different when I speak this? Yeah? If you know, you know, right? Let's have it right. Spot on, JT.
My best starting 11 or best starting 13, 14 players, and I'm going to stick with that. And the players are just going to have to deal with it.
And the thing is, how can you do that? Yeah? How can you do that when you've got 42, 45 players on your roster, mate, in your squad? We've known in the past, if you're truly up for a title challenge, you have about 20, 28-man squad, bruv, for all competitions, yeah? Facts. know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the bottom line is this. JT was throwing shots, bruv, and can everybody just stop getting shot? He's throwing shots at the manager for rotating. He's throwing shots at the players for mistakes. He's throwing shots at the backroom staff, the ownership for the lack of experience in his squad, for the poor spending, for the fact of the squad is too big. He's landing, firing shots all over the gaff, bruv, like it is lock, stock, and 2 smoking barrels, bruv. Yeah? They want to see if he's got the minerals. Of course he's got the minerals. JT should be in that dressing room educating these lot. But these clown owners don't want people that understand Chelsea, that know about Chelsea. They don't want them in the dressing room, bruv. They really don't. Yeah? They don't want JT there. He'll undermine what? Enzo Maresca, bruv. All right, now, I wanna go to this now. Let's go to this now. Let's go to this. Let's hear what he's got to say. Goes on talk Sky Sports, is it? Sky Sports all the time, all these melts.
Yeah, mate, we're absolutely outstanding. We put them to the sword. Even with the 11v11, we were miles better than them. They had that one chance at the beginning where Ferran Torres should have scored, and then from that point onwards, mate, we were all over them. We were considerably better than them. More intensity, more energy in our play. We were more dangerous. We defended well. We attacked well. We're just better than them in every single department.
I mean, we outclassed them, but it's not just about ability. It's about the way you set up and the way you carry out the instructions. And I feel like the way that we set up was fantastic.
Yeah, against the worst Barcelona team I've ever seen in my life.
I'm sick to death of having to explain why Chelsea are good. We're second in the table. We bought PSG off the park. We bought Barcelona off the park. It's time to acknowledge that this ain't the same Chelsea from the banter era. This is a better Chelsea squad that will turn up for anybody that steps up.
Why were we, I want to ask this, why were we even in a banter era? Why were we even in a banter era from where Roman left us? Can we ask that question? Oh, no one wants to answer that question. You know the answer to that question, but we're in a banter era. You can't just turn up against certain teams and get fired up, but you can't go and beat. Let's remind everyone, we couldn't beat Sunderland at home, Brighton at home, Man United away, Bayern Munich away. When you talk about PSGs and Barcelonas, Bayern Munich's better than Barcelona. Let's have it right. We couldn't beat dirty Leeds. We couldn't beat Crystal Palace at home. We were very lucky against Fulham with that disallowed goal of that young kid called Best, I think he is. Yeah, quite a good little player. Eze's free kick got disallowed against Crystal Palace. Probably would have lost those 2 games as well. Yeah. Last year, we lost back-to-back games against Ipswich, or we lost against Ipswich away. But it's just the same old shit because we don't have a spine. We have bought piss poorly. I mean, we've got baby Lurch, bruv. We've got the Say No to Garnacho. Josh King, that's it. Josh King, sorry. Yeah, Josh King, bruv. Yeah. It's just mad to me, bruv. You beat a dross Barcelona, and now everyone's coming out with all this nonsense, bruv. What's this one? I don't know what this is, but let's just play this one quickly. I don't know. I was sent this I sent this today. Let's see.
And this is why I've maintained the fact that I believe this team can go the distance in the title race, because this league is rubbed out. It's been shit for years. The problem is we've been on a rebuild during that point. But now this is our best opportunity to take advantage of that. The fact that the table toppers couldn't kill us and meant to be mentality monsters, meant to be 90-minute merchants. The fact that the table toppers
are now 9 points clear of us in just one game. 9 points clear of us. This is shambles. We're in title race from everyone. Let's go to this one. This is classic. This is when you know the game's tapped, bruv. Yeah? This is when you know the game's tapped.
We're on our way there. I just want to say, I'm not happy with second overall, right? I don't want to sound like an Arsenal fan from the last 10 plus years. I have to take a little dig at them. But
oh, that's so fucking cool, isn't it? Yeah, let's take a dig at Arsenal. I mean, why we even have to have a dig at them? We know we're the biggest club in London. We know that they're not elite. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone knows that. It's common knowledge, bruv.
We feel like we're ascending, and we feel like if it's second this season, then it should be first next season.
Who is? So we've now seen if we're not in the title this year, we should go next year. So we're going into phase 5. Yeah, bruv, he needs to get off the gear 100%. All right. What Goldstein, bruv? You got Goldstein on there. You got Goldberg, Finkelstein. You know, bruv, it's mad to me, bruv. It really is. The title, our Chelsea title contenders. The fact that you're even having this discussion tells you everyone's high as a kite, bruv. Yeah. Except this kite has just had a cigarette flicked on it, bruv. Burnt holes all through that shit. And it's just landed, crash landed, bruv. Yeah. This is nuts to me. This is nuts. Oh, mate, what has happened to us? What has happened? What how are people saying we're in a title charge? Is nuts to me, bruv. Have you not seen our results all season so far? The fact that we're sitting 4th right now should worry everyone. It really should. Let's go back quickly.
Chelsea's most important player. I know the obvious one is Cole Palmer, but you've got a number of players, and I think one of them showed himself at the weekend, Reece James.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, at this point, right, like you could have shouts for Caicedo because he's tremendous, arguably the best midfielder in the league. Kukure has been unbelievable. Yeah. Look what he did to Yamal. Saka was actually a little bit better against him than Yamal was, but Kukure is phenomenal. So durable, both those guys. Reece, though, I mean, it's a great shout because I think people sometimes forget the caliber of player we're dealing with here. You know, the injury.
Yeah, world class from 3 years ago, as we know. Knows the standards at Chelsea, but is currently in the shit standards right now, the bottom of the barrel. Yeah. Can't play consistent games because this fraud manager apparently don't want to risk him every game. He's our captain. And now we're having discussions, oh, Reece is world-class. Well, we know Reece is world-class. We also know that all of you lot in the fan base were calling for him to be sold because he could never stay fit, right? Now it suits the narrative to call out Reece James. I've told everyone, Reece James, Caicedo, Cole Palmer are the most important players in this team, bruv, all right? We didn't have Reece James yesterday. We didn't have Caicedo, and we hardly had Cole Palmer. And now we have to rely on the squad building. The rest of the team, dog shit. Can't beat dirty Leeds. But yet we're on a title charge. To win a title, let's educate these people. You have to have an unbelievable squad, 2 players in every position of the highest level to compete with each other to raise the levels, a bastard mentality, an elite manager, an average age of, say, 26, not 20. A mixture of experienced world-class players, a spine, leaders, players that do know what it means to play for a football club, players that are world-class, been there, done it, worn the T-shirt, lifted up all the trophies. And then you have your young experience. Then you have your high potential behind the scenes at Cobham. That is what it takes to be in a title charge. Not this project, bruv. This project is a Fugazi, bruv. This is not a project to title challenge, to win the Champions League. Have a day off. What are we doing here? Let's be real. How long has it taken Lego and Arsenal to build this sort of squad? And they are genuine contenders. Like, they are genuine contenders. This is not me glossing them up. I don't gloss up Arsenal. They're the little babies in London, bruv, as far as I'm concerned. But they're in phase 6. And their fan base has accepted that for 6 years. You think I'm going to sit here? I'm already in 4th year and I want BlueCo out. Win, lose, draw, BlueCo out. That's my mentality, bruv. Yeah, if you ain't competing and winning the Premier League and the Champions League, especially after spending 2 billion, yeah, all right, then you're Participation FC, you're Trust the Process FC, you're not serious, you're irrelevant. And why all these content creators don't say this? Because they'll lose their 10% discount gigs, they'll lose their TalkSport gigs, Sky Sport gigs, they'll lose their free tickets, they'll lose their connections and ITK links, their elephant walking circles, bruv, all right? They'll lose all of that, all the ITK. So they don't want to sacrifice that for their, what would you be sacrificing it for? being truthful, showing loyalty to your club, showing love to your club, standing by your club. People going, I would die for these players. So we're dying for players, but we're not dying for the crest and the badge. We're not fighting for our club like the CPO, stopping these clowns from cancelling us all together for their money-making scams. You're meant to defend your club, fight for your club. These players ain't done anything for me to go, you're a legend at this football club. You're unbelievable. Now you're getting comparisons like Casado, N'Golo Kante, Cole Palmer better than Hazard. You know, fucking what are we doing here, bruv? What are we doing here? This is what this fan base don't know. They gloss up all these players every transfer window, and we've had 7. And then the next transfer window, or during the season, they're going, get them out of the club. I'll sell them. Let's get our money. And then they're celebrating making money like it's going in their bank accounts. They're little turtlenecks, you know? Casado over Essien. I've heard it all, bruv. I only saw a quote from Jose Mourinho saying if I had 11 Essiens, I'd win everything consistently. The guy was a monster, bruv. Yeah? Casado's got a long way to go to being in the same breath as Makelele, Essien, and N'Golo Kante, all who have delivered at the most elite level consistently at my football club and at other football clubs. Bruv, I'm sorry, man. Yeah? Where's Enzo Fernandez? He's meant to be the captain. Where was he phone up? He don't even speak English. He doesn't even know the Thai, what it means to play Leeds. Like, that tells you the state, bruv. Got clipped being a coach singer and he's been gifted the armband. I've had enough of it, bruv. The way our club is run is shambolic. It's actually disgraceful, right? And everyone's in acceptance of it. The fan base is gone. Like, I've known this since last year. Like, truly gone. I think we had a lifeline. Like, everyone was promoting a protest. Everyone was on, get on the protest. Oh, but it's the directors out. Now you're sponsoring the recruitment policy. Now you're saying we're not far off being on a title charge. Now you're saying we need to go in the market again and rectify and maybe get. Why was we not in the summer, like I was, saying Donnarumma, Bastoni, Osimhen, fucking you name it, bruv. You know, go and go to PSG. Try and get Neves. Try and get a Vitinha, bruv. Go and get a Barella. Go and get some bastard players with unbelievable credentials and levels, bruv. You know? Go and shop at proper football clubs. Not Fulham, not Brighton. Yeah? Not just keep shopping in Brazil because you want to find the next best thing to make you cash money, bruv. Little Wheezy, little Tunchi settings, bruv. You lot are eating pussy like cold pizza in the morning, bruv. That's what you lot do, bruv. Yeah? Well, I'm a Don. Yeah? Like a soprano, you know? We don't go down, bruv. We don't do that. It's fishy down there. I'll take that back. I'm no Don. I'm no Don. I'm not. We have to be humble on here. But I stand on business. 100% stand on business. So no one's going to listen to JT, no? I see everyone agreeing with JT. So where was this talk before? What don't you understand? Nothing's going to change. You were like, change the model. Change the model. I was telling you, change the model over 3 years ago. I was telling you what the model was before you even knew what it was. While you were in nappies trying to get your platforms big. I was telling you what it was. I told you so. And I'll keep telling you so. And do you know what's funny? I do it after every win. I do it after every draw. And I do it after every loss. It's called win, lose, draw, BlueCo out. Because this project is not going to work. We've spent the most money and we're still behind, and everyone's trying to justify why we're still behind, bruv. I do believe that they all want to be on Epstein FC. I do believe that. Yeah. I mean, Siri Merchant Barley, he walks around with a Birkin bag. I mean, that tells you everything you need to know, mate. Yeah. Meatloaf Tout Bowley, yeah. When I called him Meatloaf, it wasn't so long after he cut his hair, bruv. Right? And he's a Golden Globe merchant in Hollywood. What's Hollywood linked to, matey? Oh, plus he's on the team of Trump and at speeches. Bruv, do you not understand what we're dealing with here? Do you not understand that they run the media game? Do you not understand that it was their main ambition, yeah, for them to get that Diddy oil out, lather up everyone that's got any influence whatsoever, and dangle lollipops in front of them, and pound notes and brown envelopes, to do as they're told, to buy the mindset, and the just buy the fan base to do exactly what they want them to do exactly what they want them to think, manipulate them into justifying that we were in dire need to do this under Don Roman, when all you had to do was up the levels, maybe we go up. What do we need to sabotage everything to rebuild it to what? Siri Merchant come out and said this club is not run very well. It's been terribly rotten. This is what he said. It's been terribly run on a financial, data, and what was it? Sporting level, was it? I've got it here. Where is it? And it's on the football side, sporting side, and promotional side. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. We look at Brighton. Well, what did Brighton do? Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. So you're not going to be in a title charge. Are Brighton in a title charge? Fucking hell, bruv. How many times we got to say this? How many times? It takes John Terry to go out after that result to say that, and no one wants to take note of that. You still want to go along? You still want to go along on the Clown Lake merry-go-round? There's no coincidence. Toothpick Jacobs related to Goldstein is interviewing Enzo Fernandez. Why didn't Fabrizio Romano do it? Why didn't Pawnstein do it? Why is Pawnstein going, oh, you can judge them after 4 transfer windows, to flip it to go to 7 transfer windows, and we still fucking need a rebuild? We're in need of a rebuild right now. We need a rebuild if we're going to be challenging with Arsenal. If Arsenal are the favourites, I mean, football's in the mud. These lot have changed the game. They've lowered the peak of players and the age bracket. They've amortized contracts. They've found every loophole. They've sold our own assets to themselves to get out of FFP because they've blown 635 million in 2 transfer windows. Do you not understand that they had to spend $1 billion? Yeah, as quickly as possible so that they can release dividends, so that they can buy shares, sell shares, make money. Bowley's put himself as chairman, earning 20 million a year. Understand what's happening at this football club. Understand that everything they're doing is to completely monopolize football and turn it into NBA, bruv. You know, that's why we're getting all these Hollywood Madonnas there, bruv. The gaunt Madonna, bruv. Yeah, she loved the snakes and ladders. She loved to play that game. Yeah, we got all these celebrities, and this fucking, what's his name? What's that geezer's name? What's his name? That little young'un rapper. I don't even know who he is, right? But what I do know is he was promoting a Chelsea shirt with a QPR tattoo. Yeah? We got rivalry with QPR as well, you know, right? They don't give a shit about our heritage. They're abusing our heritage to benefit their bank account, to benefit their investors. This is private equity coming into our club, stripping it, asset stripping it, to then sell it in 10 years' time. This is Project 2033, yeah? That's all I keep hearing. Project 2033. We ain't winning the league. We ain't winning the league. No chance. What, you think everyone else is just going to keep going down? I told you lot. I told you all, and I warned you. Yeah, we're going to go 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. It's going to be the same shit. At what point do you say enough's enough? At what point do you want to land it? The problem we got now is the fan base is divided. The fan base is Gen Z infested. The fan base, these Gen Zs don't even know about our heritage players. They don't know nothing, bruv. They don't even know about Chelsea. They only support Chelsea because of success under Roman. Yet they want to feed an agenda on Don Roman. The ownership, our owners right now, these clowns are feeding an agenda on Roman to justify their fuck-ups. Yeah? They spent that money quick, bruv, with no plan, just so that they can start extracting money, bruv. Yeah? End of story, mate. Yeah, it's clear. Like, bruv, listen. Honestly, yeah? No front of shirt sponsor for 4 years now. What is that all about? This is their mentality. If you don't give us what we want, we'd rather have nothing at all, bruv. Yeah? So they'd rather embarrass our football club being this club with no shirt sponsor. But when it was the Club World Cup, you wanted to have Damak. That's when Eunice went missing, bruv. When Damak got in touch, he disappeared off the face of the earth, bruv. And then it's Eunice talks BlueCo. And it's Benson Edges having shootouts, bruv. And this Benson Edges going on, coming on my play. I've got you all clicked. That's what's funny. Everyone's clicked. BlueCo out. Change the model, the ownership. This is not a project for. I got you all clicked. You look like fucking idiots, right? Yeah. And now you're good for putting out TikToks. That's Tozin. That's why we're not in a title charge, because of Tozin. Have a day off, bruv. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, bruv? Fucking clowns, bruv. As bad as the ownership, bruv. Bad in the ownership. They're as bad as the ownership, bruv. Let's go to this one. Let's go to this one very quickly. I don't really want to give people limelight, bruv, to be honest with you. Like, but sometimes it's just necessary, isn't it? Where is it? Who clipped it? Here it is. I haven't even listened to this. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
No, facts, 100%, bro. The thing is about these guys, they've exposed themselves, man. They just don't want Chelsea, bro. Let's be honest about it. they don't watch Chelsea games, bro. They watch the timeline. They see a lot of Chelsea fans that are really toxic and overly cook some of our players, make Enzo Fernandez and these sort of guys sound like any average Joe. You know, I mean, I had Dan Potts a few months ago telling me Enzo's an easy guy to replace. I asked him, I said, bro,
wow.
Yeah, I'd have Declan Rice over Enzo Fernandez to play with Casado, and now we can talk about a proper fucking midfield. Where was Enzo Fernandez last night, bruv? Where was he? Chasing shadows.
All the midfielders in the world that we could get are more creative than Enzo, realistically. He couldn't tell me, bro, right? And this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a bunch of people that don't...
Bruv, I mean, this high speed is doing my nutting.
Watch Chelsea games, right? Yeah. A bunch of people that, will see the result. They'll see that we've dropped points against Sunderland, but they won't see how that's happened, right?
They don't know the context.
They don't know the context. Yeah. They don't know the context of these things. They don't care. A lot of people just do a lot of result-based analysis, right? But I've been saying for ages, bro, we are not that far from Arsenal. Because for me personally, I rate our midfield over there. I think
we're 9 points behind at the minute as we stand. Where's the title charge? Why are we far off? What are these melts on about? Why are we far off? How much fucking dough we spent? How many players we bought? Why are we far off? These lot of delusions, one hell of a drug, man. Honestly, fuck me, bruv. I'm even embarrassed to have Eunice on my platform, bruv. Fucking hell.
Midfield is the best in the league, arguably even the best in the world in terms of the squad depth, the profiles we've got in our team. Right?
I don't understand why people think that's so outrageous. Like,
it's weird.
I've seen the reaction in Big Six as well when you said that. And Matisse said that repeatedly. I don't understand why people think, well, best in the world. Bro, Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, if Lavia's fit, even when he's not.
If Mr. Glass is fit, yeah.
Andre Santos is a baller as well. And look at the depth as well.
Andre Santos, where was he yesterday?
Oh, Sugo. I don't get it.
Sugo, we don't even know nothing about him. These lot are going like they watched him in wherever he's come from. Portuguese league? Where's he come from? Yeah. Oh, yeah, we bought Quenda. We got Quenda, the new Ronaldo.
Well, if you got Palmer, we didn't even mention Palmer there.
Well, I put him more sort of like attacking midfielder. If I'm talking about central midfield, why is that so hard to believe that these guys...
Bro, I can argue that we have the best left back in the world.
I can argue. There's no doubt about that.
I think we've got the best. Left back in the world, I think we've got the best.
That's
Right
right,
back in the world, right? Our attack, as much as I was saying to these on Big Six yesterday, because they were like, oh, you can't win the league with.
Bruv, if we've got all the best players in the world, all of a sudden we've got the best players in the world. Enzo Fernandez can say the best midfield in the world. Reece James is the best right back. Cucurella, it's debatable. Fuck me. Yeah. All right. Have we got the best goalkeeper in the world? Have we got the best striker in the world? Do we have the best wingers in the world? Do we have the best defence in the world? Do we have the best spine in the world? This world champions is a fugazi, bruv. We fucking well don't. And every single one of these melts know it. Everyone knows it, bruv. But we got the new Courtois coming. We got the new this, the new that. Why can't we just buy the real thing? U2 settings. Why can't we just buy the real thing? Why can't we have the real thing? Why can't we just go in the market? Bruv, do these wrong-uns, yeah? They do mental gymnastics, yeah? All right? Of trying to explain why we're right on the right path because they don't clearly understand a layer cake, yeah? They don't understand a layer cake. They clearly don't, yeah? They don't know football. And the reality is, situation is, it's very, very simple. Like, I get tired of it. I get tired of it because if you'd spent just 1 billion, are you telling me all these people that go on platforms would assemble this squad? 1 billion. If we go 2 billion, are you buying all these players? Or would you go, do you know what? I'll go like Real Madrid settings and go Galactico, and I'll have at least 2 players of world class in every position and be done with and go and win every year. What are we doing here? Marinating now. We're marinating like we're cooking. We've got our raw meat and we're marinating so fucking long that it's going moldy that you don't even want to cook it in the end. Right? What for, bruv? What about the now? How about we think about the now? Not always the future. We've been talking about the future like it's back to the future since BlueCo took over. All right? What about the now? Because right now, before this loss to Leeds, I can tell you we were inconsistent, which is why we're not winning the league. So what's all this delusion and we're on a title charge and we can compete and we're not far off Arsenal, bruv? Yeah? How about City? How far off is City off Arsenal? Are we far off City as well? Are we a little bit far off City? Look how many changes Liverpool have made and how much it's derailed them. How many changes do we make every single transfer window? Is that not going to derail us? Why have we not, like John Terry says, consistently played at least 8 players? Do you know what? Back in the day when I watch football and when I see my Chelsea team play and many teams play, yeah, when a manager makes more than 4 changes, the team always seems to struggle a little bit. 4 or 5 changes, when you start going 6, 7, and it's on a consistent basis, you're done. You're not going to get the consistency. You have to make very, very small changes, bruv. Very small changes every single game, but you keep your spine there. The spine ain't there because it's not even been built, bruv. We're like a snake because it's all snakes and ladders, and snakes are spineless, bruv. And they keep cutting the tail off with all these wins, losses, draws, all right? And it keeps fucking growing back. They shed the skin in every transfer window, and then they regrow it, and then they shed it again. And it's just a continuous process, bruv. Yeah? And I'm tired of it. And I'm tired of all these melts coming on their platforms, trying to justify why we're on the right path. Most of these people haven't been alive long enough to watch and know what football really is. But what I do know is football as a whole. In fact, did Ranieri, when you talk about rotation, how many times did he rotate that Leicester team? Because when he rotated at Chelsea, did we win the league? No. We got Champions League, but did we win the league? No. But at Leicester, did he keep rotating? I don't think he did, mate. Yeah. How many times does Mourinho rotate when we were winning the league? How many times does Pep rotate? And if he does rotate, if they do rotate a bit, they have got proper minerals in that squad to be capable of doing the job. They got a bastard mentality. They got leaders in every position. Bruv, you look at our back line, yeah? When we had Ivanovic, Ashley Cole, we've had Ferreira, we've had Carvalho, we've had John Terry, we've had Petr Cech, we've had Lampard, Essien, Drogba. leaders. Ballack. Even when we won our second Champions League, we had N'Golo Kante. Kovacic had mentality, bruv. Jorginho had mentality. Rudiger mentality. Azpilicueta, Dave. Leader mentality. Thiago Silva mentality. I'm naming you players that you can't name in our squad right now, bar 4 out of a 42-man squad. That answers your question, doesn't it? Of how far behind we really are. Because when you look at Arsenal's squad, yeah, even as good as everyone claims it to be, when you lose a spine and you have to play a Declan Rice in defence instead of his midfield centre mid position, when you don't have your number 9 star striker, when you don't have your informed winger, it's going to affect you, isn't it? And you don't have your captain, right? It's going to affect you. Doesn't matter how good you are. It's happened to us at Chelsea when we've had our great teams, you know? So why is it any different with Chelsea right now? Bruv, like Patrice Evra said, when we played Arsenal and we were winning the league, it was against babies. When we win the league against Liverpool, it was against our enemy. When we win the league against Man City, it was against our noisy neighbours. But when we win the league against Chelsea, yeah, that's when you know you're winning the league, right? That's all you fucking need to know. No one can speak like that now. No one fears us. Everyone's laughing at us. I've got Arsenal supporters fucking bantering, celebrating Leeds results, all right? I've got Chelsea supporters giving it chest to all these goons. Well, it's just fucking, it's a joke, man. It's just a joke. Everything's a joke. Everything's banter. Everything's clickbait. When are you going to take it seriously? When's everyone's going to actually take this seriously? Because it's a fucking serious game, bruv. Right? We're talking about true escapism, love for the football, for the game, love for your club, excitement, you know, levels, all right? Now it's player FC. It's dying for players over your club. It's backing every player, whether they're... You're all sexuals for every player, bruv. Yeah? And you don't even do it for the right ones. Honestly, standards are the lowest I've ever seen at my football club. We were admired, we were hated, and we were adored for the mentality and ruthlessness that we had under Don Roman. Who melts need to know, all right? Don't forget that greasy fella come out and said Bowley's Roman on steroids. What a fucking wrong and that, what statement that is. Tells you the state. I want to say this, and I'll say it fucking crystal clear, yeah? All right? We're 4 years in, spending 2 billion, and we're not apparently in the title charge anymore, and we need additions after buying 90-plus players. But under Don Roman, spending 2.1 billion in 19 years, but in his first season, second season, he wins the league. Then he wins it back-to-back, and he wins every trophy that can be won. There's different levels, my son. There's different standards, my sons. And I ain't fucking accepting this dross, bruv. So either pattern up, man up, and say it for what it is, and stop fucking bullshitting. Yeah? Everyone is bullshitting. Everyone's lying. Everyone's fobbing everyone off. Everyone's glossing this whole project up like Lily Phillips walking down the street with a trust a cum shot all over her face. You imbeciles. Yeah? Do you know how ridiculous you look? And then when rivals call it out, funny, rivals are speaking Johnny Minerals' narrative because it's truth, you lot get all upset about it. And you can't argue it. You can't defend it. Because deep down, if you truly love Chelsea, you know the truth, but you don't want to go down that road. Yeah? You rather be with Dorothy on Wizard of Oz wearing those magical little red fucking brown envelope shoes. Pathetic. See, fucking pathetic, bruv. And I'm telling you, yeah, Man City, Arsenal, Man City, dangerous. I think they're going to go and win the title, bruv. They've got something called Erling Haaland up front. someone who's on 500 grand a week. Why are we not doing that? Why do we have to have a wage structure? Why is everyone so concerned about money? Did we care about money under Don Roman? Did we give a shit? That fucking performance yesterday was disgusting. It was insulting. I can't accept it. Yeah? Fucking embarrassment. Where's Willie? Where's this mentality monster? Where the fuck is he, bruv? Was his dick shriveled up or something? Where is he? Keep him in the dressing room. Keep him in the dressing room. How about get John Terry in the dressing room? Maybe he can fucking instill some minerals, some mentality, some bastard mentality. Now, Jose Mourinho says kids cry like little babies nowadays in football because they're a bunch of kids, overpaid, and it's fucking killing football. Title contenders. And the narrative is we haven't won the Liga with Don Roman for 5 years. We were on a decline under Roman, were we? Well, in that 5 years, what did we win? Go and do the fact that you won't even bring to the table what we won, right? Tells me, well, that muds your argument because irrespective, we were winning majors, not conference leagues. Under Roman, we've been salted. Roman would have forfeited the conference league. We shouldn't be in the conference league. The fact that we were in the conference league tells you what they've done to us. And now we're not playing it this year. We're not playing the Conference League this year. We're playing Champions League, 2 Premier League games, back to back. Here we go. Bosh, let's have it right. Dig in or not. There ain't no time to rest. You play your best team, and if their legs fall off, then fucking so be it. John Terry's playing with injections in his toes, his feet. Cole Palmer fractures his toe. Apparently he's out for a little while. Now he's all of a sudden he's back. The fractured toe's got healed like that. What's happened? Has God come down and instantly performed a miracle? Or is the fractured toe a load of bangers and mash waffle and they're just easing in the groin injury that I all told you about last season that he's been playing with? The fact that Casado, at the PR the other day, he's playing in a lot of discomfort and pain. I'm not surprised the geezer don't get a rest. Well, now he's getting a rest. Maybe he got sent off because he needs that rest. Otherwise, he would never get a rest. Maybe you're just going to burn and run these kids into the ground. So by the time they do hit 25, 26 years old, they're fucked. Injury prone, and you'll get your pound note for it. Fuck this, bruv, yeah? It's a joke. I haven't even fucking read these. Big up to Chelsea Empire. Love to you and the family. Chelsea Empire, 1905. Let's have it right. Up to Johnny and all the ultras. This is not Chelsea. Sort it out, for fuck's sake. Tosin out. Baby Lurch out. Kittens out. BlueCo out. I mean, a lot of them out, bruv. A lot of them out. All a disgrace. Big up to Joseph, Minerals FC Ultra member. And big up to Fan CFC. Why didn't they buy Brighton? BlueCo out. Exactly. Because it's not an established brand. They're all about branding. They wanted Chelsea for the brand it is. To build the brand. It's not Chelsea no more. It's CFC LDN. That's what it is. That's the brand now. That's all we see, CFC LDN. Get in the bin, bruv, yeah? Apparently, I think if we lose by more than 4 goals or by 4 goals against Bournemouth, all right, which I don't think will happen, let's have it right. But if we did, we'd go down to 14th. Mad, isn't it? That's mad. And do you know what's funny? They all put content out, crying, acting all upset. You know, it's just all a comedy sketch, bruv. It's all a comedy sketch. The whole lot of it. It's a comedy sketch. Yeah. False hope is disgraceful, bruv. Yeah, to feed false hope. The worst thing you can do. Would you do that to your little one? Would you feed your little one false hope? So when they start to grow up and realise what it's all about, they look at you and go, but you told me it was like this. And it's fucking clearly not. Well, I don't really trust you now. You're meant to be my blood. We're meant to be blues together. Blood. Blood Chelsea. Yeah? We are Robin Hood on here, bruv. We actually do. We rob from these rich brown envelope merchants, and we take narratives and we feed it to the poor who actually can see crystal clear what is happening. Because right now, bruv, there are people that are actually accepting this, bruv. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. And the funny thing is, you know, this content creation, all these lot, all right? They're sellouts. We all know that, right? But they keep it on the fence so that if they lose, they gain. If they win, they gain. They never say it as it is, bruv. Because they're not straight up guys, bruv. They're not straight up geezers, you know? They're just not. Why is there this infestation of people going on TalkSport, Overlap, Sky Sports? What's happening to the game, bruv? And you have to blame Teletubby Robbie, his cousin or nephew, sorry, Flex, who ain't flexing no fucking meat, bruv. I'll tell you that now. All right. Goldbridge, all these lot. I blame all these lot, bruv. These are the ones that have allowed these influencers who can't influence fuck all except what they're told in their scripts. They're not actually genuine influencers, bruv. Yeah. They're going on these platforms, spewing all this garbage and bollocks and rage bait, all right, as industry plants. And the ones that are running the show and scripting it are laughing at them, going, look at the state of you, bruv. Look at you. Look how you got mugged off. And they're quite happy to get mugged off, you know? Because opinions, they'll hide behind, it's only my opinion at the time. Opinions can change. Fuck off. Jog on, man. Who are you kidding? You're not kidding me. Sorry, mate. No one's kidding me, bruv. Yeah? Fuck no. No way, bruv. Pies and Mash YouTube channel. Yeah. Tells you everything you need to know. They need to get all in the same circle, bruv. Remember when I was on Rumble, bruv? Because they obliterated my channel, Shadow Bandit. Funny that. Eunice knows full well what Shadow Band looks like because he's seen what I've had. Yes, he has. So he stayed well clear. We'll go with the monetary lane. We'll go with what's best for the brand and the channel. It's always the fucking way, bruv. Yeah? I love my club. This is why I stand on it, bruv. Yeah? Let's have it right. Everyone else, yeah? And people want to moan about my membership. They want to moan about I get adverts. Well, everyone fucking well does. But I ain't eating like that, and I don't rely upon this. You lot do rely upon it. This is your job, right? You come out publicly and say it's your job. Very silly sausages to come out and say it's your job, innit? Yeah? So you're basically saying, I won't risk my job. Who risks their job? Who goes out on the line at their job and go, I'm going to go and smack up my boss for ordering me back, embarrass me in the meeting. I'm going to go and give him what for. Who does that? Who goes and lands it? Who stands on business and steps up to the hierarchy? You ain't doing that. So why would you do it on YouTube if it's your job? Which means you're bought. You're owned. You're owned. You're owned. Do you know what? I own myself. Yeah. I own this channel. Yeah. I own free speech. I own realness, bruv. And people might not like my delivery, but it is what it is. Yeah. We deliver it better than Uber, bruv. Yeah. We deliver it better than anyone on the market, bruv. Yeah. Because it's what you say that matters. Yeah. And we got a lot of big players that watch the channel, bruv. A lot of big people, big professionals, established professionals in all industries that watch the Minnals FC and they agree with the Minnals FC. No one's going to agree with absolutely everything, but the majority, bruv, which is why they support the channel, bruv. Yeah. And this is everyone in the look at the librarian, bruv. All of them. Look at them all, bruv. The state of them. It's like a comedy sketch. Everyone sits on the fence, but it don't get you far, bruv. Try sitting on a fence. I want to be real. Have they ever sat on a fence? It goes right up your ass crack. It hurts. You have to have very good balance to sit on a fence. Yeah? Very good balance, bruv. Yeah? But their heads wobble. and it throws them off balance. Salute to Brad as well. Yes, you're not wrong. The money's spent. Why do you think they promoted that we have to sell first-team players in the transfer window to go out in the market and buy players to replace them that ain't going to be at that level? Like, for example, I don't rate Madueke. He's the grasshopper on speed, bruv. Flat-footed, does step-overs. I never rated him. He's not Chelsea level. I'm very happy and very thankful and grateful that Arsenal took him off our hands, bruv. But that was part of the process. There's two sides to this. The first side is BlueCo made money on it, that everyone's celebrating. You've also hyped him up. You've also said what a talent he is, right? And that he's here for the long haul and he's here for the process, but he's not. You've also then gone and said, all right, well, I'm telling you, not they said, I'm telling you, yeah, that he's further ahead in development than the players we've just replaced him with, majority of them. So it tells you that's their model. Jackson, another one. You told me Jackson's our baby Drogba. People are crying for Jackson back. Fuck me, what's going on? Yeah. 2 billion spent and we're talking about top four. That's all we got to say, innit? Big up to all my ultras, yeah. Bruv, if Man United win tonight, they go level points with Chelsea. And look how far in the mud they are. That tells you what we are. We are a sell to buy club. I've been saying this for transfer window. How many transfer windows? Toxic positivity sells, they told us. That's what they told us. Well, fuck that. I ain't doing that if it sells. Yeah? Because that's selling your soul for a £1 note. Palmer gone. Esteval will be gone. Casado will go. When all these other big clubs offer big wages and double their wages, they're gone. And when the players realise they're not actually going to win the Premier League, they're not going to win the Champions League in the current model, most of these players know, which is why I blame them. So fuck them as well. You signed these death row contracts. You signed them, so you take the blame as well. Well, you think it's all on the ownership. You're the ones that accepted the terms and conditions. You signed your souls away. Your agents signed you away, and the agents want you to sign for Chelsea because the agents want your next move because they know you're not going to stay at Chelsea. So they're getting their £1 notes as well. The agents are earning. On the more moves the player gets, the more the agent eats, bruv. It's common knowledge. And the owners have no winning mentality, and they never will have winning mentality. We do on here. We uphold the standards. Salute to all my Minerals FC Ultras. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, put all your comments down below. Smash that like button as well. But comments as well and hype it up, bruv. If you can't hype it up. We'll see what comes out. A salute to John Terry, Land and Minerals. Respect him, because let me play this very quickly. This is very important. This is JT as well. But everyone seems to forget this one. Where is it? I've got it here. Where are we, JT, bro? Where are you? Where are you, bro? Where are you? Tell me it's not on here. I don't believe it. How did it get deleted? It's not on here. When he said Roman cared about everything, but he let football people run the decisions at the football club. That's what he did. Yeah, Sterling winning on and off the pitch, bruv. He don't give a shit. He's getting his £1 note, 325 grand a week. Compliments of Meatloaf Tout Bowley. But anyway, salute to all my ultras, yeah? Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC, no surrender mentality, win, lose, draw, BlueCo out. Salute this, Don. Salute to Jeff as well, supporting the channel and gifting memberships. That's top class. And everyone supporting the channel, bro. Yeah? Salute.